Hey everyone, it's Will here. I'm back again with the 2022 F-150 Platinum EcoBoost, one of the most popular trucks in the US. It's finally down under. Let's go take a look at it. The exterior of the F-150, I mean, simply iconic. They've kept true to the design from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. They've kept little features here and there forward, so they've done a really good job. If we move around to the front first, we got the iconic Platinum grille. So exclusive to the Platinum trim, all right? So you're not gonna be having the same grille as people in the Lariat or the same grill as the people in the XLT. It's completely different. Got the big prominent forward badging on the front. That's what you want. You want everyone to know that you're driving an F-150. We got the tow hooks at the bottom there. That's another important feature. Really good if you're off-roading, you know. You can have that peace of mind if you get stuck, that someone will be able to get you out. Paired with the grille on each side, we have those LEDs. So they're updated in the 2022 model and a really neat little feature. We work our way around to the side here. We've obviously got aftermarket wheels and tires for this customer. So that comes with Method race wheels and a 35 off-road tire, which would be a little bit different stock. But it shows you a neat little perspective on what it would look like if you did some aftermarket work. That comes with flares as well, which completely changes sort of the stance of the F-truck, makes it that little bit wider. So remember, it'll be a little bit more narrow stock, but that gives you an idea of what it would look like aftermarket. Move around to the side. Now, because I got my keys on me, the side steps have come out. So these are our electric side steps. They're deployable. They come on up. So for example, when I lock it here, they come on up. So really cool little feature if you're off-roading or anything like that, you know that they're tucked away safe. Let's move along the side. We got our mirrors, they're chromed out. We got remote entry, chromed out handles, as well as badging along the side. Move along to the back, you see our 4x4 sticker here. So this one and most of our F-150s come with the 4x4 pack. And you'll know that if they have the 4x4 sticker. So a couple cool little features included in that make it that little bit more off-road ready. We see on the back, we got big prominent Platinum badging, forward badging, EcoBoost badging. We got the reverse camera and another little neat feature, and the reason why I have the keys on me is if we double click this, we got a remote tailgate drop. So you got your hands full, kids are annoying you, you can put stuff in the back very easily if you've got your keys on you. This is dampened as well, so a little bit easier to get up and comes down that little bit easier as well, so you don't hurt your hands. This customer's also opted for the electric tonneau, so that's not stock, but something that you can do aftermarket. Easily accessible to put any tonneau on this bad boy. But that's the exterior of the F-150. Let's take a look at the interior now. The interior of the F-150. First thing that hits me, got to be the twin panel moonroof. Absolutely huge. I mean, the kids in the back seat, they'll be able to see everything that you're seeing, which sort of segues us into the spaciousness of the F-150 Platinum. It's a huge car and it's massive. I'm 6'4" and I can comfortably sit in the back seat, the front seat. I haven't even pushed the seat all the way back, which I have to do usually with every single car or truck that I get into. So very, very cool. If we move on to the 12-inch infotainment unit, this is probably the center point of the F-150 Platinum. It's huge. They've absolutely designed it to be a must. So you've got wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and I mean, it's absolutely an awesome little feature. So you've got dual screen, which is equally as good as just having the full screen, and you can change that so you can have the full screen, but you can go through everything. You got features, so things like your power side steps, you can drop them or bring them back up from the interior of the car, which is also cool. You got all your towing modes on there, your lighting. You can set up your own little driver's ID. There's a manual in there and the driver's assistance features as well. So very, very cool. We move up to the top here, you know, you can turn off your automatic stop start. You can look at your cameras, you got your hazards, your traction control. And we move down to the bottom, you got all your climate control features. So heated and vented seats in the F-150 Platinum, and automatic dual control air conditioning as well. So very, very cool, but if you want to do control it yourself, you got the fan speeds just there as well. We move on to over here, you got your trailer brake controller, integrated into the F-150, so very, very cool and a handy little feature if you are towing. And you got all your drive modes, so if we're going off-road, you got 4-wheel automatic, you got 4-wheel high, you got 4-wheel low, as well as an axle lock with this one, which is one of those features that's included with that 4x4 pack. You got your start-stop button, and if we move to our driver's controls, we got the digital dash up the back, so big LED screen, very cool. And one of the neat little features I noticed on the way here was when you're driving on roads, it actually brings up the speed on the kilometers per hour little wheel there, so you could actually see what speed you needed to go, and it was capped as well. There's our steering wheel. So if we look at our buttons and little features added onto our steering wheel, we got our adaptive cruise, we've got lane departure, so 2 little key safety features. We got controls to the volume there, as well as our voice command there. Very cool little feature, so you can talk to Siri, you can talk to Alexa. On the other side, you got our controls to our telephones, things like that. We got our Bang & Olufsen sound system in the F-150, so one of the best sound systems on the market. Finally, I'll touch on the seats, and that's a very important thing when looking at a truck, is the quality of the leather seats. And being a top of the line trim like the Platinum is, it comes with one of the best sort of interiors, leather-wise and comfortability-wise. I mean, I'm extremely comfortable sitting in this chair right now. It wraps around my legs perfectly, and I feel at home in this truck. It's very nice. We look towards the door here. We got some cool little features as well. So wood grain paneling and our leather stitching, as well as suede, just ties everything in and adds that luxury touch. But that is the interior of the F-150. Let's move on to our performance specs. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, the performance side of things. Let's take a look at the engine. So we got the EcoBoost in this F-150, 3.5 litre V6. So it pumps out roughly 400 horsepower and over 500 feet of torque, which is plenty when we're talking towing. So you get 4.5 ton max towing on this, and that's an over 1 ton payload as well. So you can tow while fitting the whole family in the car, and it makes that, a little bit difference. The boys at AusMV do different engine variants as well. So you've got the V6 Power Boost, which is a hybrid, and you've got the V8. So be on the lookout for those as well. But let's go for a drive and I'll give you my final thoughts. So I've had a bit of a drive, and I can honestly say it drives great. I mean, it doesn't feel like I'm driving a big truck. It just feels like I'm driving any vehicle, any regular vehicle. The leveling's great. It's a fantastic truck to drive. It's got all the safety features you need. It's got the Ford Co-Pilot 360, which basically means you covered every inch of the car. You've got your reverse camera, you've got blind spot monitoring, you've got lane departure, pre-collision assist, and the emergency braking, which I think is just vital, especially if you have a family. You want to know that they're safe. You've got your big spacious cabin, you've got your moonroof, you've got your 12-inch infotainment unit at the touch of a button, so it really commands the center control of the truck. Overall, I think it's a fantastic truck, the F-150, and especially the Platinum trim in general. I think it's that perfect mix between luxury, but also ability, in the fact that it can go off-road, and you can put 35-inch tyres on like this customer has, and be able to do basically whatever you want with all the different drive modes of this truck. So if you want any more information at all, or any more information on the different drive engines or anything like that, the trims, give the boys at AusMV a call, and they'll be able to help you out. So again, that's the boys at AusMV. Give them a call, and they'll be able to help you out. I've been Will, and thanks again for joining me for another in-depth video on the Ford F-150 Platinum. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.